Hey guys, Break here, and whilst I'm just chilling out on the beta, I thought I'd give you guys my plans for gold making at the start of Battle for Azeroth. Now this isn't really a guide, this is just me telling you guys what I'm planning on doing because of my circumstances and what my plans are, and maybe we can start a little discussion. You guys can tell me what your plans are because I'm always interested to know what other people plan on doing. Lots of people attack the expansion in different ways from a gold making perspective. And some of you probably just want to play the game and not even bother about gold making until you've experienced everything the game has to offer at least. But I'm all about gold making, obviously, as you guys know, so I'll tell you what my plan is. So first up, unfortunately the expansion comes out at a really bad time for me. Lots of people it's a really good time because August 14th it usually comes out a bit after that, you know, when school or uni or work's about to start again, depending on what work you do. So for a lot of people it's actually better. But for me it's kind of worse because I'm really busy in August and I don't think I'm going to be able to play it all that much. It's actually very annoying because I love just no-lifing it at the start of an expansion and just going in and being able to do so much stuff straight away and absolutely, you know, expand on all the markets and run the server and do all this stuff. And I'm really not going to be able to do all that much. I'm going to have a bit of time, I think particularly in the first sort of 3 days of the expansion. I may have some time, but I'm really not certain. And there's going to be a lot of time in August when I do not have a load of free time, and that's going to be really annoying. But anyway, let's get to the most important thing first. The very second the expansion's out, when I get my character to the new zones, I'm going to be buying this mount. Because this mount is the dream mount for all gold makers, and more people are going to get it as the expansion goes on, so you want to get it straight away to be as cool as possible straight away. It's just awesome. It's the first thing I did on the beta was go and purchase this mount, and yeah, it's awesome. For those of you who don't know, it is the auctioneer mount, so we can have a look on the auction house and buy stuff. Oh look, people selling the legendaries for 5 million gold. But yeah, it's just an awesome way you can go and use the auction house. It also has a vendor, of course, and yeah, it's a massive dinosaur. What couldn't you like? It's awesome. I'm going to be buying it straight away, and I'm going to be 5 million gold down straight away, but who cares? I've got my awesome mount. They've actually changed this slightly. It was going to be 5 million and then 4 million if you got to Exalted, but that is not the case anymore. So if you're a Goblin or if you're Exalted, this mount doesn't cost 4 million, it just costs 5 million whatever. To be honest, it was a bit stupid that a discount would apply for such an expensive mount, so it's probably a good thing. But those of you who are planning on trying to get to Exalted with the rep and then try and get it for 4 million, that's not going to be able to happen, unfortunately. Anyway, my original plan, when I thought I was going to have a lot of time at the start of the expansion, was actually to level up my multi-boxers first. For those of you who don't know, I do have some multi-boxing accounts and I did dabble in a bit of multi-boxing, so that allows me to play on 5 characters at once. So my original plan was to actually go on those 5 characters, level them all up at the same time to 120, and then just start farming, because as you guys know, at the start of the expansion, especially the very first couple of days, farming is ridiculous. You can make like 200,000 gold an hour. If you farm the right herbs and ores, and if you're on a half decent server in the first couple of days of the expansion. So I was planning on doing something like that, because 200,000 gold an hour with 5 characters, that's 1 million gold an hour. I could have been farming up. Now you guys know I don't really like farming, but to be honest, if I'm making 1 million gold an hour, then guess what? I like farming. But unfortunately, I think that's going to be too difficult with my situation, and I don't think I'm going to have enough time to start farming loads of stuff, spending all those hours. That's just not going to be able to happen. But that is an idea. If any of you are multi-boxers or into multi-boxing, farming at the very start of the expansion, that's got to be a good way to go with multi-boxers. Anyway, that's not what I'll be doing, unfortunately. I will be concentrating mostly on crafting and flipping. As I'm sure many of you will know, everything is great for gold making at the start of the expansion, and crafting is no exception. So at the start of Legion I went crazy with crafting, particularly in terms of Obliterum, and particularly in terms of the bracers, because you know you used to have to do the bracer quest to unlock the Obliterum Forge, and I was making a killing selling those. I was also selling loads of other plate gear and loads of other gear in general. Now again, in Battle for Azeroth there is nothing as crazy as there was in Legion. For example, in Battle for Azeroth there is no obliterum in terms of there is no item that upgrades the crafted gear as far as I'm aware. So there is stuff that you can kind of grind down into obliterum, which is the expulsum stuff. So that's kind of like obliterum in that sense, but you can't sell it on the auction house or anything like that. So whilst that is kind of annoying and I'm about to die, I do think that there is still some profit to be made from crafting. At the start of BFA, obviously, there's going to be a lot of gear being sold. There's going to be a lot of sort of new cosmetic items that are being sold. And I'm certainly going to be making the most of that. But again, I do not have time to go too hardcore, and I'm not going to be able to get loads of characters up to max level or start doing loads of professions on loads of different characters. I'm just not going to have the time to do that straight away. So I know lots of you are planning on just gearing up all your characters and trying to get all the professions for them real quick. And that's a pretty decent tactic. I mean, you're going to make a lot of gold doing that, let's be honest, and the more characters you have, the better. As I always say, the more you control different markets, the more gold you're going to make. And whilst I don't necessarily think it's going to be as good as in Legion, the very start of Legion, because like I say, we don't have some of the mechanics that were there then it's still going to be pretty good, so I wouldn't worry too much about that, guys. Anyway, most of the thing that I'm going to be doing is flipping. To put it quite simply, the most time efficient way of making gold in the game generally is to flip. It's not the easiest way of making gold, but it's definitely the most time efficient, and definitely if you're on multiple servers like I am. So all I'm really going to be doing was a bit of profession stuff on the side, but mostly just looking at stuff that's cheap, buying it up on the auction house and reposting it. Now this is really cool to do at the start of the expansion because nobody has a clue how much things should cost. So if someone puts something on too cheap straight away, then you can just repost it. And you might not have a clue how much it costs, but you can pretty much dictate the price as long as you've got a fair idea of its actual worth. Don't start trying to flip an absolutely worthless item for loads of gold, because no one's going to actually want that. But if it actually has some want, if it actually has some value, then you guys can buy it out and repost it for more. And because it's the start of the expansion, everyone's going crazy. There's so many players playing, so many people want everything, they're probably going to buy it. In particular, I'm talking about new crafting gear with different stats, all different sorts of twink gear, and all different sorts of cool new cosmetic stuff and all that good stuff, as well as the obvious kind of raid gear when the raids come out, and then the kind of enchants, foods, flasks, all that kind of stuff. You know, really trying to get hold of the price, control the prices, and make a lot of gold just doing that. And I think that's going to have to be my main plan for the start of BFA. I did want to, like I say, farm up a load of stuff because I could just multi-box farm stuff in the first few days and make an absolute killing. That was my original plan. And as well as that, I wanted to get loads of characters leveled up and start doing the professions on all those characters, crafting everything that's profitable. And I almost died, and trying to make the most gold from that. But again, I don't think I'm really going to have enough time for that, unfortunately. The reason being is because I'm not going to be around much, and I think the best possible use of my time is just going to be trying to flip certain items, trying to get control of some of the prices on different servers, and doing a bit of crafting on the side. So anyway, that's going to be my sort of plan, but I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully I will have a week or so free when Battle for Azeroth comes out, and then I can actually do more stuff and try and make some serious gold. But at the moment that's looking unlikely, which is kind of annoying, but whatever, life happens and you have to deal with it. But do let me know, guys, let me know what you're planning on doing for the start of BFA. Do you have some free time in the middle of August to play and just go crazy and make a ton of gold? Are you like me and just running out of time and just kind of want to make the most gold possible in the time you have? Do let me know. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see ya.